So Ariya Finergy was started 8, 9 years ago. It's a clean and renewable energy company. We provide solar, power stabilization, battery backup, battery storage to East Africa. We've got offices in Nairobi, in Tanzania and Uganda, so in Kampala and Dar es Salaam. So that's a very quick background. I guess we've built 65 plus systems. We're done 23, 24 megawatt peak of solar, 15 megawatt hour of batteries. Really, we're definitely a leader in the area of batteries and power stabilization. That's really an area that we stand out. The renewable energy market in Kenya is actually quite vibrant. When our company started back in 2016, the market really needed educating. But with the high energy prices, there's been an explosion of solar in Kenya. Tanzania and Uganda, it's more about the power stabilization because the power in those two countries is not quite as stable as it is in Kenya. But there's definitely big move towards renewables and getting stable power. We've seen subsidies working in Europe, in the US, Australia. They've really had a huge catalytic effect in the renewable energy industry. So of course, subsidies would make a huge difference. Otherwise, yeah, I think in East Africa, the governments have done a pretty good job of making sure that we have the various exemptions on solar to provide an incentive. All of our clients are businesses. We focus on the commercial and industrial sector. So, any business that has a large power demand, and then, of course, any business that suffers from poor power. Anyone who suffers from flickers in electricity, fluctuations of power, we should be their power partner. Any market that has unstable power. So I would say sort of most of Africa, certainly most of sub-Saharan Africa, are potential markets for us. Zambia, Zimbabwe, the DRC, Southern Sudan, Somalia, Somaliland. These are all sort of our neighboring countries, are markets. But, we have a proprietary energy management system, and that energy management systems allows us to really provide completely seamless, stable power. And I think we're actually the only company that does that in sub-Saharan Africa. So the scope is huge, and really the only thing stopping us is the access to capital, which I know is something that we had just discussed earlier, but it's I think all of Africa is our market. Well, and India, South America, anywhere there's unstable power, we can help.